the ridiculous shop. What's that about?
We just set that up. It's on Spotify, and in that shop, we've got all kind of different clothing that we're putting up. A lot with fun messages. Our motto, which we'll have on the shirts too, is dream big, do ridiculous, and achieve remarkable.
Mm, I like it, and I mean, you're all over the place. I mean, geez, another one, Audible. I mean, God, I'm counting at least 15 platforms. You're pretty well established then. How long you been doing this for?
So the book has been out now for 4 years. Yeah, it was just like the anniversary of that. It's the first book's been out for 4 years.
Yeah, no, I was mentioning that the Spotify and Apple and I mean all these Barnes and Noble, different platforms. That's what I meant by that. Like you said 4 years. So
Yeah.
okay.
On those extended platforms for the audiobooks, it's been about a year and a half on that. Uh, we were just exclusively on Audible at the beginning, and we decided to open that up because there's a lot of networks out there, and there's a lot of people that aren't just exclusively on one. So it's pretty much on all the main platforms. I think about 30 different platforms.
So what's your exclusive network then?
You know what? The benefit of people getting books on Audible and Amazon mean that the reviews all stay in one location, and I think that gives the people who are looking into what they want to read more insights.
Yeah, you keep. I'm being sponsored by Amazon today, so I'm wearing the hat. So we got. If we could say Amazon 5 more times, I think they'll be happy.
Well, something about Amazon. Amazon, I think like 70% of the world books are sold there.
Yeah.
So it's a really important platform to be on. Whether you do have other ways of getting the book out, but our role with it is using that platform, but really working together with the different partners we're connecting with. So people who have really cool stories with insights, we're putting them into the book, and now we're creating different fun animated videos that we can share messages to a wider audience, and they're helping with distribution.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't see Roku on your list. Is Roku next for you?
you know what? We did have a Roku channel when we were doing the fitness stuff before, and that may be something to bring on also.
Yeah.
There's so many platforms. So what we have as a creation beyond the book is an online world where people can engage. It's a 3D virtual reality space, and it's all avatar driven, so people can come on and engage in whatever type of character. Like they can create characters, we can create scenes where those characters come together, and we just create new fun
Well,
stories.
it sounds like it lends itself well then to a there you keep you could build your own apps for anything, but you could do a mini game app game. Again, we're creating your own avatars and navigate through a world and whatnot. That might be another avenue to go down eventually.
Yeah, but it's actually set up. So our whole process is to gamify it. Just even if you look at the fitness and the wellness industry, most people first reaction to fitness is strength and appearance. And really being fit goes so much beyond that. It's about mental health and emotional health and functional health. And when you start expanding on that, then it's a matter of, well, reaching people in a way that's going to make it fun. And if fitness and wellness were fun, well, then you'd probably do it more often. And if you start feeling good, you'll probably look at whatever other things you can do. So we've created all these strategies that are like missions that people can take, and contests and quests, not challenges because no one wants another challenge, but fun things that people can do that will make you feel better, in simple ways. And when we ran all of our fitness event tours, and we ran events all around the world, and people who would compete in these shows or transform themselves were just regular everyday people who got the motivation and the inspiration to visualize what they can look like, and then aim and step up on the stage. But what we found is so many people that started to do that felt good. So they came back year after year and they told their friends about it and their family, or some entered into the industry, which to us means, if you start to feel good because something that you're doing in an action, well, you're probably going to seek out more things that will help you feel good. And
It's like the old Pantene commercial, right? They tell two friends, they tell two friends. Sooner or later, you've got a movement. You want and are having that same thing happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at this and it says the Ridiculous Universe is a cutting edge ecosystem. What's that about?
So that's what we were starting to share. It is a fully immersive 3D space.
Okay.
So you log in as your avatar, and you can walk the halls. You could see stuff specifically about our book, but you could also learn different insights. You can go on journeys to have fit advancements and mind enhancements and dream achievements. You can watch podcast shows where our avatar is interviewing the avatar of the guest in front of a studio audience of
We
other.
got to introduce you to the Meow Man, Bobcat Lament.
Cool.
His whole shtick of his podcast is a cat image.
Yeah, we have a cartoon character on here that escaped from Toontown, and we're trying to get him back, but it's hard. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
What we decided to do was find a way to connect the fitness and wellness industry with an industry that really needs help with wellness, and that's the fandom world, science fiction and fantasy and gamers and even animated adult shows. And that market predominantly, more than 50%, are dealing with physical issues of either obesity or inactivity, dealing with mental health, depression, as we talked about, or are just adverse to going to a gym because they're self-conscious or they don't have the information. So we said, well, since we have all these experts in our background from the tour that we ran, which was called Fame, and we ran hundreds of shows all around the world, television shows, magazines, and we said, well, so many of those people are experts. Well, what if we do something in a fun way where we can connect those experts with the people in the science fiction and fantasy and gamer worlds, and give them challenges and games to do, but allow them to interact through an avatar so no one feels self-conscious, that they can engage in different activities, that people who are speakers and presenters who are afraid of standing in front of a group of people can do it through an avatar. And now there's people that can access information in different ways and sort of play games.
Yeah.
What mission you're going to take.
That's interesting that you say that, the avatar, because you see that on Twitter. Well, now X, through the X Spaces. People are becoming the avatar behind the audio, where it's usually their profile picture, or if they, select an AI image. That is the next image coming in. Do you guys dabble in that a little bit or no?
Yeah. So what? Go ahead.
Well, one thing I guess that's similar to that is we're putting out these contests for people to create the characters of their favorite book and then to tag the authors so that we get people engaging and interacting in that way and becoming creative, because when you become creative, it actually helps you become happy because you tap into your passion and it's something that you enjoy to pursue.
And then through the platform that we have, people can customize their avatar to look however they want it, to look as realistic, as close to them if that's what they want, or create something really fun with it.
I would imagine what my avatar would look like. Probably weird and obnoxious looking, but that's just me saying.
But you get to be creative, right? So
that's important. You're bringing the need to have both left-right hemisphere, the logical side and the artistic creative side, in a sense, going back to fitness, exercising both parts of the brain and together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So So anything else, I guess circulating this ridiculous universe or the ridiculous book or any of the content that you guys bring in that you want to, possibly share of other projects you're working on?
Sure. One of the other big projects that we're working on is the Fame Reunion and Hall of Fame. So, as we shared a little bit, we helped to pioneer the natural bodybuilding movement and fitness model events, which means a lot of the stars and influencers in the industry still today, were part of what we had created. So, we're producing an event that is really a reunion for all these fitness people to come back together and be able to walk through the Hall of Fame, the people who get inducted into it, and see
Oh
the
wow.
pictures and videos and all these different things. And then to be able to go into an expo area, all online, in a virtual space
Yeah.
through avatars.
Here's a
Any
name. Here's a
any
name.
big names? Yeah, any big names that you're working with? Or?
Here's a name Michael won't get, but I know
Gotcha.
you'll recognize Jack LaLanne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jack LaLanne was one of the pioneers of the industry, or really helped to bridge fitness and mainstream.
Yeah, we kind of crossed over each other, Joe and I. It's okay. He doesn't know when to read my mind and when I'm going to chime with it, but I get it. It's okay. Now, I was asking any big names that you're going to be, possibly working with or partnering with. You mentioned the fitness world. Possibly, could we see like some sports entertainers, bodybuilders that we know of that we can kind of mention on the show? Or
We're just starting it now. We've actually just started connecting with people just in the last week. So there's no specific names to reveal yet. However, a lot of the stars in the industry, even from today, work together with us in some fashion, and we're going to be inviting all those people to be part of what we're doing. So uh, bring us back on the show, and we'll share some of the
yeah,
other people.
maybe you'll be sitting next to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Or, some of these greats here. We could have a conversation. That'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, thank you very much for coming on. We like to keep the format within like 30 to 40 minutes. Sometimes we go overboard, just depends on what it is. But I appreciate it. I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure what the ridiculous universe is. I'd like to learn about it. I'm sure some of the listeners that are tuning in would like to learn about it too. If they're curious, other than I know websites change constantly. People, create different things. Where can they find some of the work at?
The best thing is if they go to the link doridiculous.com. Everything's positioned there, and we'll guide people to the different websites. And our books, are on Amazon, Audible, and most audiobook platforms.
All right. Well, I appreciate you for coming on. And guys, check them out. If you missed all that, we'll put in the show notes on our audio platforms, so you can check out their link tree and some of the links I just mentioned. Jeff and Mindy, thank you very much for coming on, and I appreciate it. We look forward to possibly bringing you back on and maybe having that little side conversation with some of these people you're mentioning. That'd be great. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. We appreciate it.
All
Yeah,
right.
it was really great getting to meet the two of you, Jeff, aka Mark 2.0, and Mindy.
Oh God. Well,
Thank you.
take it easy, guys. Yeah. All righty. Well, Joe, another lineup of different wild guests.
Whoa, we were all over the map like
Oh,
a drone, all over the map
I'm
today.
telling you.
Call
I'm telling you.
back.
I'm telling you, we went from the original producer and founder of ESPN, Peter Fox. Hey, I said it right. Peter Fox. No, not Peter Ducey, Peter Fox. And then we flipped on over to a fellow podcaster, Christopher Perry, which I thought was related to Matthew Perry. Joe said the same thing.
Who were you flipping off? Oh, we flipped over, not
We
flipped
flipped
off.
over.
Okay.
We flipped over. Yeah, we flipped over. And then from Peter to then Christopher, we went over to these tech nerds,
Yeah,
which I thought were
Jeff,
kind of cool. Yeah,
Jeff, aka Mark 2.0, and Mindy. Yep.
yeah.
There will
we
be
were
people
talking.
who get it.
Yeah, I thought we were talking to aliens from another universe because they were going into stuff. I was like, the ridiculous universe. Okay.
Uh-huh.
maybe we can help some of the ridiculous people in this universe. So.
Well, they came to the right show. This is usually ridiculous around here. So,
Well, it is. We go off the rails sometimes.
another reference you won't get, but others will, because they're saying ridiculous. Artie Johnson, very interesting, but stupid. But in this case, not stupid at all. Very, very interesting.
Yeah. Guys, I want to say thank you. Those have been sticking around for 2.5 hours. I appreciate it. This is now behind the scenes on X and Facebook and Joe's channel, Jay Leonard Detroit on YouTube, as well as Daily Motion TV, including what else are we? What is this? What are you streaming?
My LinkedIn,
Okay.
yeah, my YouTube, my LinkedIn, my Daily Motion, your Daily Motion.
Good grief, man! 15 channels today. God,
we're wall to wall,
wall to wall content, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tuesday afternoon, and it's Savage Unfiltered Live.
Yeah, it's like we're making it so it's almost impossible for them to avoid us.
Even though it's quite easy, but we don't. Anyways. But anyway, guys, thanks very much. Remember, come March, guys, if you don't have the Roku app, download it. We will be on the Roku app the first week of March, where you're going to see myself, Joe here, Jokester Joe, including Meow Man, Bobcat Lament. And we're also going to be bringing on an individual, a gentleman I've had on the show quite recently, 2 times actually, James Delisco Beeks. He wants to come on the show more often, and we're going to give him a platform because I think he's great. And you're probably going to hear some amazing performances from time to time from some of his singles, songs that are be coming up. He told me, which I'm not going to air, James, I'm not going to air, I promise, buddy, that we will see some political stuff coming in. It's a little teaser. It's a little spoiler.
Go back to Patriot Angle days a little, right? Yeah. James Delicioso Beeks.
You see what I just did there? I fucked up the production there. It went, so good stuff. Alrighty, guys, I'm out of here. I'm savaged. Michael Gardner here. This is Joseph M. Leonard, known as Jokester Joe. You catch him on his podcast, Constitutionalist Politics Podcast, available on Buzzsprout and anywhere you find a podcast, for that matter. We'll put in the little graphics here. Anywhere you find a podcast, we're listed. Both Joe and I are basically on the same platforms: Audible, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Rumble, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, countless others. Spotify Canada,
Audio Mech. We're both over on video-wise Daily Motion now out of France. So we're worldwide.
Yeah, producer Shaky and the digital team didn't put that. I got to put that right there. There's a spot right at the end there. There we go. Put my finger up there. There we go. Right. I can't get it. Yeah, right. Shit. Right there next to Audible. There we go.
Yeah, that's the problem with mirroring. Exactly. It's like, that's to my right. No, well, on screen it's to my left.
Yeah. But other than that, guys, I think I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to have a late lunch and possibly a beer. Who knows? And that's that, guys. Thanks very much. Take it easy.